Hi everyone, welcome to our slow flow practice today. Nice to see you joining here. I'm gonna wait just a moment while we allow a few more people to gather around and get your mats. Hello, hi. So I want to welcome you all to day 8 of our 14-day challenge. Great that you're all showing up here for this and doing something so good for yourselves. Our word of the day is, or our asana of the day is downward dog. So if you're participating in the challenge, the word that you'll put into your card for day 8 is downward dog. All right, so we're just gonna go ahead and get started here. So our practice is a slow flow practice, and we're sharing a few little pointers and tidbits about essential oils at the beginning of our practice for the slow flow classes. So the one that I wanted to highlight a little bit about today is eucalyptus oil. Eucalyptus oil is a very healing oil, like all essential oils. And sorry, my notes just went blank on me here. Eucalyptus oil has antibacterial and antiviral properties and antifungal as well. It's super great for treating respiratory illnesses, which is something that we should all be paying a little bit more attention to right now. So maybe it's something that you would like to diffuse in a diffuser, not using hot water but cold, not using heat to diffuse your oils, but instead using a nebulizer or something like you can get from Sage to diffuse this into the air. It makes breathing a little bit easier. It helps to clear the lungs. So that's something that you might want to think about using your eucalyptus oil for. It's also a really great pain reliever. So putting that in the air as well, inhaling the eucalyptus oil is really great for pain relief. Also great for oral health as well. So you can dilute a few drops of the eucalyptus oil in some olive oil or coconut oil and swish it around in your mouth, or put a few drops on your toothpaste as well, or maybe only one drop. So that's something you might want to think about introducing into your healthcare regime. Just our little pointer for the day. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our slow flow practice. So make your way onto your mat and find a comfortable seated posture. So if you're okay with closing your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. And if you don't want to close your eyes, just gaze down to the ground in front of you. Just take a moment here, resting your hands down on the knees. And just taking these first few seconds of our practice to slow it down and allow yourself to arrive on the mat. Beginning to release all of the activity that's already taken place in the day for you. Letting it all float away just for the next little while as you turn your focus into this moment and you soften into this space. Feeling the support of the ground beneath your body. Feel your hips, and your sits bones, and your legs releasing down into the support of the earth. And keeping your shoulders nice and soft. And you can feel the weight of your body resting, the weight of your torso resting down through your hips, down through your sits bones and towards the earth. And soften the muscles of your face and let your shoulders get really heavy. And just tune inside and notice whatever it is that you're feeling inside your body. See if you're allowing yourself to become present, or if you're still a little distracted by thoughts of what's going on outside at this moment on your mat. As you really bring your awareness inside, you can feel your breath rolling easily in and out through your nose. You can feel you're allowing yourself to soften. Softening any squeezing. Just really feeling what it feels like to be here. Staying nice and tall. Start to lift your low back up and away from the ground. Draw your heart up. Melt your shoulders down the back of your body as you lift up through the crown of your head towards the sky. Looking to create this Nice long line of energy here from your tailbone to the crown of your head, connecting you with the earth and the sky. Feeling this openness and this lift in your heart as your heart shines up. And gently bring your hands up into prayer at the center of your heart, pressing the palms of your hands in towards each other. You can gently lift your heart up into your hands. Stay nice and tall here and let your breath out through your mouth. And through your nose, take a nice deep breath in. And through your mouth, sigh it away. Gently bowing your head to your heart, taking this moment, if you would like to set an intention or a dedication for your practice today. So whatever you might be working on, or if there's someone you would like to dedicate this time to, come up with a word or a short sentence and reflect this intention back to yourself 3 times. When you're ready, lifting your gaze, and let's roll on over on the knees into we're going to start in child's pose. So I want you to bring your knees a little bit wider for this child's pose and bring the toes to touch behind you. You can bring your hands either to extend towards the top of your mat, lengthening both sides of your torso and releasing your forehead onto the earth, or maybe bring your hands towards the heels, towards the feet, lining your forearms up along your shins. So just take a moment here and let the body get heavy. The torso melts down towards the ground. Maybe just for these first few moments in your child's pose, you're going to sway your hips or your torso from side to side. Swaying the torso from side to side, keeping the forehead resting on the ground here. And then just find that softness and feel the body releasing maybe a little bit deeper into the earth. And feeling the breath, feel your inhale expanding your ribs. And feel your exhale softening the ribs back towards your center. So nice full breath in, and releasing breath out. Okay, this next inhale, shift forwards back into a tabletop position. Keep the knees nice and wide. We're going to do a wide-legged cat and cow here, wide-kneed cat and cow. Inhale to melt your belly down to the earth. Draw the heart forwards, gaze up to the sky as the tailbone tilts up. Exhale, pressing the earth away from you, tucking the chin in, rounding the tailbone down. A few times just like that. Inhale, open up, really press the hands into the earth and shine the heart forwards. Exhale, rounding through your cat back. 2 more times. Inhale, heart shines and draws forwards, shoulders to the hips. Exhale, round through cat. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Let's tuck the toes under, lift the hips up and back, come into your downward facing dog. Maybe you want to sway out your downward dog just a little bit here. You can maybe walk your dog, bending the knee, sending the opposite heel towards the earth. Maybe swaying the hips. So just take a moment here. Feel the back line of the body beginning to awaken. Really press the hands into the earth. All of the knuckles, the index finger and the thumb are pressing into the ground, lengthening both sides of your body, looking to soften here into your downward facing dog. And take a nice full breath in. And then exhale, ripple forwards into a high plank posture. Hold your high plank just for a few breaths so you can feel the foundation here of the posture. Your hands are pressing into the earth, toes are pressing into the earth. Heels are nice and high and the thighs are strong. Gently round through the shoulder blades up to the sky. Take a breath in here. And then exhale, bring the knees to the ground. Bring the chest between the hands and the chin to the ground so the bum stays in the air. Inhale, scoop forwards into your cobra pose. Maybe baby cobra, maybe you're coming more into a full cobra. And then exhale, bring the hips back to the heels. Tuck the toes under. Come back into downward facing dog. Do that 3 more times. Inhale, ripple forwards. Feel the whole spine move as you come forwards. Holding here for 3 breaths. Pull the belly button in. Shoulders back. Heels high. Kneecaps lifted. With your exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Gaze away from you. Inhale, scoop it up into maybe baby cobra, maybe your full cobra. I'm gonna hold here for a few breaths. Squeezing the glutes, helping you to tuck the tailbone down. Draw the shoulders back. And take another inhale. Exhale, tuck your toes under, hips to heels, child's pose, and right up to downward facing dog. And take a full breath in. And exhale. Inhale, shift forwards. Hold for a count of 3. Lift the belly button up. Draw the shoulders back. Strong thighs. Take an inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Thumbs in the air. Inhale, scoop up. Baby cobra or full cobra. Keep breathing. Heart open. Try to roll the shoulders back. Tucking your toes under. Hips to heels. Child's pose and downward facing dog. Take a full deep breath in here. And let it go. Really lengthen through both sides of the torso, pressing the hands into the earth, looking to root the heels as close to the earth as works for you, drawing the chest a little closer towards the thighs. Now this inhale, lift that right heel up to the sky. Three-legged dog. Keep drawing your chest closer towards the left thigh. Really flex that back foot. And then I want you to play with the position of the right hip. Gently lower that right hip down as you keep rooting down through the left heel, and then roll that right hip up. So opening up the hips, maybe stacking the hips, lowering the right hip, maybe lower than the left hip. Both heels press down and away from you, opening up. Inhale, stacking the hips. Lower the hip. Keep pressing through the left heel, chest towards the left thigh, and open up. Now nice and gently bend that right knee into the chest and then cross the right foot over the left. So you have crossed ankles here. Maybe you walk the hands a tiny bit closer towards the body, towards the back of the mat, not too much. Keep both heels pressing into the ground, lengthening both sides of the body. Keep pressing into the left heel. Keep thinking about drawing the chest close to the right thigh. Full breaths here. Feel your inhales and feel your exhales. This next inhale, and let it go. With the exhale, shift forwards, bring the right knee into the chest and plant that foot down to the space between the hands. As the left knee comes down onto the ground, bring the right hands or the hands right up onto that right thigh. So breathing in here, lift the heart. Breathing out to sink the hips. Keep that right hip crease drawing forwards. The left hip softening down. And so right hip back, left hip forwards. Squeezing that left glute a little bit more, helping you to tuck the tailbone under. Feel the heart lifting up. Feel the shoulders releasing down the back of the body. Take a nice full breath in here. And now as you exhale, we're going to cat the back. Pull the belly button in, hands stay on the shins. Round the collarbones towards each other as you tuck the tailbone down. Then inhale, cow. So heart opens, gazing up. Exhale, cat the back. You can draw the right hip back a little bit, tuck the chin in towards the chest. Then inhale, cow, gazing up to the sky. Exhale, really round through the back body, coming into that cat posture. And then inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky, sinking the hips, really gaze up, wide arms, reach the arms out wide, really reach the fingertips. Take a full breath in here. And then exhale, bring the hands back down to either side of that front leg and come up into a pyramid posture. You're going to straighten that right leg. Look to step the left foot forward just a little bit here so you can bring that left heel onto the ground. If you need to, bring your hands onto blocks. You can bring your hands onto blocks, maybe onto the ground. Now keep squeezing that right hip back and the left hip forwards. You can bring a little movement here. Inhale to open up the front of the body, shoulders back. Exhale to fold, chest towards the thighs. 2 more times, just like that. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, folding. 1 more time, inhale. And exhale. Okay, gonna bring that left knee back down onto the mat behind you. Start to straighten the right leg. Coming to half splits. Hands can walk back a little bit more here with you if that works. Pulling the right toes towards the face. Inhale, open up the front line of the body. Exhale, folding just a little bit. Just moving with your breath here. Inhale, open, shoulders back. Exhale, draw the belly button in as you lead the chest towards the toes. 1 more time, breathing in. And breathing out. Here we're gonna shift forwards here 1 more time. Bring the sole of the right foot back down onto the ground. Tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee up off the mat and sweep the right arm up to the sky. Really reaching up here through the right fingertips as you root down through that left hand. If you want, the left knee can be on the ground if you prefer. Really roll that shoulder, upper shoulder back as the hips keep sinking. Full breath in here. Now as you exhale, let's bring that right hand inside the right foot. Walk the hands towards the side of the mat and bend into the left knee. You're gonna sit on the ground here behind the left heel. So my back's gonna be to you just for this portion. The other side, you'll see me. I'm gonna bring your right hand to your left ankle. Sweep the left arm up to the sky and then bring the back of the hand, or the hand to the back of the head. Sit up tall here, take a breath in, and then as you exhale, arc over towards the right foot. So looking to snuggle the shoulder, maybe inside the knee. You're gonna press the left knee away from you as the right hand holds onto the left shin. Now really roll that upper shoulder back. Maybe you have room to reach for the foot. If you do, if you're holding that foot, the right foot, you're pressing the right foot away from you, pressing the left knee away from you. Breathing into the space in the side of the body. Take another full breath in here. And then very slowly releasing, inhale up. Bring your hands to either side of that extended front leg. Walk the hands forwards, bend into that right knee. One more time, you're in a low lunge here. Hips are sinking. The back knee can be on the ground if you want. Hips are nice and heavy. One more time, coming into our half split, sink that back knee, straighten the right leg. Lead the heart towards the toes. If you are working with a deeper split and you can slide that right heel forwards, feel free to go into whatever version of your splits works for you. If you're using a prop, you can slide a prop underneath the thigh. So you just work with wherever you are. Maybe it's keeping a deeper bend in that back knee, just leading the heart forwards. Take a full lifting breath in here and letting it go. Okay, one more time. Bending into that right knee, sole of the right foot comes to the ground. Right hand comes back to the left side of the mat, straightening both legs, coming into a wide-legged forward fold posture here. So inhaling up, halfway lift, gaze away from you. And exhale, folding from the hip joint, coming into your forward fold here. So maybe your thumbs line up, or your wrists, I should say, line up with the heels. Look for a little more weight in the toes. It's not all in the heels. Maybe your hands walk back a little further. So whatever works for you here. Maybe the crown of your head is coming towards the earth. Maybe not. Maybe your hands are on blocks instead. Just take a few breaths here in your fold. And take another breath in. And let it go. From here, walking back towards the top of the mat, pivot the right toes forwards. Plant the hands on either side of that right foot, step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here in downward facing dog. And letting it go. Inhale, left foot up to the sky, three-legged dog. Pressing the hands into the mat, keep drawing the chest close towards that right thigh, rooting the right heel into the earth. Again, playing with the position of the left hip this time. Inhale, stack the hips, so left hip over right. Exhale, lower that right hip or left hip a little lower than the right. So just keep rooting down through that right heel as you bring this motion in, and notice how it changes the feels in the body, in the back of that right leg, in the hip. You just keep moving this, lifting the left hip up, opening up the hip, and lowering the left hip down. Keep the chest drawing towards the right thigh the whole time, right heel towards the earth. Okay, this time you're just going to cross that left foot over the right. Keep pressing the chest close towards the thighs. Rooting down through both heels. Breathing into the space. And take another deep breath in. And then exhale, shift that left knee into the chest and bring the foot down to the space between the hands. Right knee comes onto the earth, hands come up onto the left thigh. Inhale to lift. And exhale to soften. So the right hip draws forwards, the left hip draws back. Feeling that lightness in the heart with your breath in. Feeling that sinking with the breath out. So try to squeeze the right glute now tucking that tailbone out, down, opening up across the front of the right hip, drawing the left hip back. Breathing in, feeling a lifting. Breathing out, feeling a softening. Cat and cow the back. Take an inhale. And then exhale, press the hands into the mat, tuck the tailbone under, chin to the chest. Try to draw the collarbones together as you round through the shoulder blades. And then bring it up. Inhale, cow pose, shine the heart. Exhale, cat the back, chin to the chest. Keep squeezing that right glute. You'll feel an opening through the front of the right leg. Inhale, open up. Cow pose, one more time. Exhale, chin to chest. Pull the left hip back, squeeze that right glute. And inhale back up. Sweep the arms up to the sky, bring the arms nice and wide. Take a nice full breath in here. Really reach through the fingertips, wide open arms. Inhale. And exhale, bring the hands to either side of that left leg. Straighten the left leg as you bend into the right knee, flexing the left foot towards the face. Hands can walk back a little bit here with you. Inhale, lift up the front of your body, feeling that space. Exhale, belly button draws in as the heart leads towards the toes. Again, inhale, opening up, shoulders back, heart open. Exhale, belly button in, chest towards the toes. One more time, lifting, inhale. Softening forwards with the exhale. Walking the hands forwards. Lift that back knee up off the mat. Maybe step that foot forwards a little bit here as you come into your pyramid. Fold. Maybe your hands are on the blocks or they're on the ground. Maybe on the fingertips. Inhale, open up the front line of the body. Exhale, gently folding. You tuck the chin in towards your chest and bend, bow over that front leg. Keep the left hip drawing back. Melting into this fold. Pressing into both heels. And take a full inhale. And exhale. Inhaling up halfway. Bring the right hand down onto the ground or a block. Sweep the left arm up to the sky. So gazing up over that left shoulder. Maybe your fingertips are on the ground. Again, maybe you're using a block or some support here. Right hip draws forwards, left hip draws back. Rolling open from the navel. Gazing up over the shoulder. Full inhale. Then as you exhale, bring that left hand down to the ground. Pivot the toes to the right side of the mat. Bend into the right knee. Heel toe that foot a little bit if you need to towards the right. Point the right toes to the corner of the mat and sink down onto the ground. So you're sitting on the hips here. Left hand holds onto the right shin. Right arm sweeps up to the sky. Bring the hand to the back of your head. You can flex the left foot here. Inhale, get nice and tall. And then exhale, arcing over towards the left foot. Maybe you're going to bring the shoulder a little closer to the inside of the knee. Now you're pressing the right knee away from you. Drawing the right elbow up to the sky. Maybe you have room to go deeper here, reaching for the toes. Looking to open up the heart. Gazing up over that right shoulder, so you only take this as far as works for your body. Keep thinking about rolling that right shoulder back. And take another full inhale. And then exhale nice and slowly. Draw your way back up. And bring your hands to either side of the left leg. Pressing into the right foot, come forwards. Bring the right knee onto the mat. Sink the hips. Low runners or low lunge here. Inhale. And exhale. From here, straighten that front leg. Maybe coming into your splits again. So maybe you're coming into a deeper version of the split, sliding that left heel forwards, or maybe just staying with where you were before. So again, if you're coming a little bit deeper, left heel can slide forwards. Maybe you're bringing a prop underneath the left hip. Maybe just hanging out here. Keep that left foot flexed here, toes drawing towards you. Breathing into length in the front of your body. If you're in your half split, bring out to soften, shoulders back. Another full breath in. And full breath out. Nice and slowly, let's bring the sole of that left foot back down onto the ground. Hands come to the right side of the mat one more time. Wide-legged forward fold. Hands are shoulder distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Have the feet fairly parallel to the short edges of the mat. And exhale, bring the hands to the ground. Left hand's on the earth. Sweep the right arm up to the sky, really reaching through the right fingertips. Pressing the earth away from you with that left hand. Keeping the spine long, tailbone reaching back. Belly button drawing in and heart leading away from you. Nice and open here. And take a full inhale. Then exhale, bring that hand down to the ground. Switching sides, right hand roots down. Inhale, left arm up. Really reach here. Press the ground away. Feel the heart opening up. Long spine. Neck stays lined up with the rest of the spine. Tailbone reaches back. Open heart. Even breath. Another full inhale here. Then exhale, left hand back down to the ground. Let's walk the hands back towards the front of the mat. Pivot the left toes forwards. Step back into your downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. The asana of the day. Take a few breaths here in downward dog. If you want this to be child's pose, it can be child's pose. A little bend in the knees can help if your back is rounding. Cupping your armpits towards each other. Firing up the thighs. Inhale, right foot up to the sky. Exhale, bring that right knee behind the right wrist. Slide the foot over to the left side of the mat, coming into your pigeon pose. Slide those left toes under and towards the back of the mat. Maybe you're coming up into your upright pigeon. Fingers pressed into the mat. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold and coming down. Bring the hands onto the earth. Maybe you're going to stack your forearms. Maybe you're releasing your forehead onto the ground. So just take a few moments here to feel your pigeon. Whichever version you've chosen, whether you're laying down or you're staying upright. You can support your head with props, with a block, or stacking them on the forearms if you need to. So your version of pigeon here. The hips stay heavy, looking to keep them parallel with each other. Maybe you need to stack something underneath the right hip. Just a few more breaths here. One more deep inhale. And letting it go. And bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Gently bring yourself up. If you brought anything underneath that right hip, slide it out. Roll onto that right hip. Gently bring the left leg forwards, coming to stack the shins. So maybe you can do this. Right ankle on top of the left knee. Looking to somewhat stack the knees here. So I've got a lot of space here. I'm not very open in this posture quite yet, so that's okay. Wherever you are is fine. Mindful of your knees, that you don't bring yourself to a point of pain. If it's too deep, then you're going to bend the knees a little bit more and just rest in more of a seated Sukhasana, comfortable seated posture. So feeling that space in the hips and the space in the knees opening up. If you want to take this a little bit deeper, you can walk the hands forwards. Maybe the forearms come onto the ground, maybe not. Maybe you can fold right over the legs. Not for me, not today. Remembering every day is a little bit different. Releasing any expectation of where you should be with your postures. It's all good. When you're ready, walk the hands back towards the body. Gently take that right foot off, or left foot off of the right knee. Keep the leg parallel, somewhat parallel to the top edge of the mat. Let's just gently extend that right leg behind you, coming into your pigeon on the other side. So just adjusting here however you need to get into your pigeon. Hips parallel, level with the ground. Maybe you're putting a prop underneath the left hip. Right knee's pointing straight back, right leg's pointing straight back. Sitting up tall, breathing in and breathing out. Maybe coming down, forearms to the earth. Maybe stacking forearms, releasing head onto the stacked hands. So whatever your version of your pigeon is today, go ahead and find this spot, this posture. And let the body release down. A lot of energy held in the hips, a lot of emotion held in the hips. Notice what it feels like here in this posture. Perhaps you're flexing that left foot if your knee feels a little bit uncomfortable. If this is painful for the knee, you're going to roll onto your back and figure four instead. If this is too much for the knee, please come on out onto your back into figure four posture. Hips stay really soft here. I'm going to take one more full deep breath in and exhale. Very slowly walk the hands back, lifting the torso. Anything underneath that left hip comes out. Roll onto the left hip slowly. The right foot draws forwards. Bring the right ankle over the left knee. Coming into your square posture, seated square. So just let the legs get heavy. Tall spine. Just notice. You can close your eyes if you want to and just observe the sensations in the hips, the legs, the body, wherever you're feeling it. If you want to come deeper, you can walk the hands forwards. Your choice. Just a few breaths here. Let gravity take the weight of your body. Nice and soft. Releasing into these spaces inside. And when you're ready, rolling yourself back up. Now gently taking your time, let's take that right ankle off the left knee. And slowly hands draw back, extend the legs forward. So you want to be about halfway down the center of your mat. Just roll the legs out here a little bit. And release the legs. And when you're ready, press the heels into the mat. Hands forward, so really root down through those heels and roll yourself onto the earth. Coming down nice and slowly. Keep the heels pressing into the ground. Once you get here, bring the knees in towards your chest. Give yourself a little squeeze, a little hug. Maybe a little rocking from side to side. If there's some movement that your body's craving here that we're not doing right now, go ahead and feel free to bring this in. Coming into our final twists. Doing our twist with eagle legs. Open up the arms, palms of the hands face up to the sky. Shins are parallel to the ground. Cross the right knee over the left, maybe wrapping the ankles. If you know that this won't work for you with your twist, then keep the shins side by side. You come into your version of your twist. Take a breath in, and with the exhale, twisting to the left. So letting the knees melt over towards the side here. Maybe you need to slide the upper body a little bit more towards the left as well. And perhaps you can gaze to the right. And the left hand can come to the outside of the right leg. Either just holding you here or taking you a tiny bit deeper into the posture. Just feel those nice spaces inside. And releasing. And feel the weight of the body melting down. And feel the shining and the opening of the heart. Feel that nice ringing out in the spine. Let's take one more full deep breath into this space. And side out. We'll let go of your hold. Use the inhale to draw the knees back up through center. Let's uncross the legs and do the same. Whatever you did in the first side, other side. So I did eagle legs. I can do eagle legs again. Whatever you did, you do the same. Take a breath in. And then exhale, twist to the right. So knees melt over towards the right. Right hand can help ease you into this space. Maybe the shoulders slide a little bit more to the right of the mat and you gaze to the left. So find your posture, your space here. As you close your eyes, bring your focus into the experience inside the body. Notice what's happening here. Feel the little squeeze in the internal organs. Feel how the breath expands the body and softens the body. When you're ready to come on up out of the twist, release your hold. Use the inhale, use the core strength. Come back up. Unwrap the legs. Hold onto the shins. Take a breath in. And exhale into a tiny little ball. Squeeze the nose in towards the knees. Flex the feet. Get really, really small. Take a deep breath in here. And exhale into your Shavasana. Release the feet forwards to the top corners of the mat. Backs of the hands onto the ground, just melting down here into your Shavasana. this time here in your Shavasana, feeling the back of your body just melting down into the earth. You're letting go of any holding inside of your body as you soften and release. Starting to notice a feeling of lightness across the front of your body, almost like you're floating, as you start to take up all those beautiful benefits of your practice. Feel free to stay here in your Shavasana as long as you would like to. When you're ready, you'll come on out. In the meantime, thank you to all of you for coming out and sharing this time with each other. Thank you for doing something to truly care for your bodies, your minds, and your souls. Remember the word of our day. We're on day 8 of the 14-day challenge. The asana of the day is downward facing dog. So go ahead and put that into your card. Have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you so very much. Namaste.